Let's go to your playoff bracket.
Yeah.
This is where it gets really, really interesting, especially starting with that wild card.
Yep. All right. So I got Lions Commanders in the rematch of the divisional playoff game right off the bat. Okay. So I got that. Then I got Vikings Rams. Oddly enough, that's a rematch of the wild card round from last year. And then Packers Bucks as my 5 versus 4 seed matchup there, right? So that's kind of what I went with there. And then within that, all right, we got, of course, the Eagles sitting at home with the bye as the 1 seed. Right. But then I got the Eagles. I got the Vikings beating the Rams.
That's a big upset.
I'm going to go with I'm going to go with it. You know, again, there's always something that we don't expect to happen in the playoffs, like the Rams beating the Vikings last year. I don't think people thought that was going to happen for sure, at least the way it did.
The Commanders making it to the NFC title game.
Exactly right.
You have to pick one of these.
A few curveballs.
Yeah, you can't go chalk all the way, or else there's no chance you'll be right.
No way. And the Vikings to me are one of the teams that won the offseason. I'm a believer in the damn coaches on both sides of the ball. So, yeah, and I'm a believer that J.J. McCarthy's going to be okay here. And I think they're going to take a little different approach and run the ball a little more seriously this year, too. So, yeah, I got the Vikings upsetting the Rams. I got the Packers beating the Bucks. And I got the Lions beating the Commanders, which will then lead to the divisional round of Eagles versus Vikings, taking the Eagles, everybody. You know that. Okay? And then Lions versus Packers. And I took the Lions.
That would be an electric factory
that would be
if we
amazing,
had those two teams
right?
in the divisional.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
It would be. And that was one where, again, I picked the Packers to go to the Super Bowl last year. I'm a believer in the Packers. But I guess there's just, like I said earlier, some things I'd like to see first. I just don't trust it all the way. I do trust the Lions. So I got Eagles-Lions and the matchup we thought we saw last year in the NFC Championship game. Okay? And then, of course, I have – do I want me to say it? Do we want me to say who I'm –
Yeah.
All right. I'm going Eagles, beating the Lions to go to the
Return
Super Bowl
again.
for 3 out of 4 years and second year in a row. Yes, I'm going Eagles.
I mean, it's one of those stances that until you see something different, there's not a lot of reason to go the other way.
Yeah.
We have the same NFC Championship.
Okay.
I have the Lions against the Eagles.
Okay.
I have a weird feeling the Lions could pull it off.
This is their year.
All right. Everything went wrong for them at the end of the year, and they still clawed as much as they could. Eventually, you just war of attrition. Like, you run out of bodies.
Right.
And it felt like they ran out of bodies. And I know the Lions, there's probably going to be a point of this season in October or even September where everyone's looking around and going, God, they miss Ben Johnson or they miss Aaron Glenn. Sure. We're going to have those conversations. I think they can regroup enough that when it's playoff time, they know who they are. They have enough continuity on the actual roster.
Yeah, sure.
And once again, so much went wrong for them injury-wise last year that I think their injury luck is bound to turn around. But this game would be... I mean, the spread would be
Clash of the Titans.
Eagles would be favored by 2.5 if it was today, I guess.
Yeah, well, and it's like, so the way I look at it too, and like your thought is certainly not crazy. I mean, to me, the Lions and the Ravens are the only two teams in football that can hang with the Eagles physically up front.
Like
and I'd go, yes, they don't have to like totally abandon everything they do to worry about the issues up front, right? They can still be like, no, we got gigantic defensive linemen. We can handle the run. We don't need to put 9 guys at the box like the Kansas City Chiefs did in the Super Bowl. They had to put all these people down there because they were like, we're just not good enough up front to stop them man-to-man. So we got to have extra people there. So they have that advantage there, certainly. And then on the other side of the ball, we know their O-line is big and good enough, too, to where you just go, I have a hard time thinking Philly can just totally obliterate and overpower them that way as well. So that's where it would be the clash of the Titans in the NFC Championship game.
You have a new co-host sitting here today, but the pick with Detroit Lions doesn't change.
Hey,
I was laughing when I picked that. I was like, oh, man, I'm really just taking on Ahmed's energy here and going with the Lions.
Seriously. He's going to be so happy to hear that.
I know.
Yo, homies, what's up? Thanks for watching Cris Simms Unbuttoned. And just because the weather's warm doesn't mean football ain't still on our brains right here.
We are still working, so smash that subscribe button. We got all the training camp news, preseason news, everything up until kickoff night.
Thanks for watching. And again, remember to hit that subscribe button. Peace out, homies.